Bizarre Brain Comics. Whoa, rolling away, rolling away. Hello. Gary here for Bizarre Brain Comics. This is where I like to take a look at some older comics, take a look at the characters and the creators, and then examine the story and the art. And what I want to take a look at this time is from Global Comics. This is 13 something number 1 from 1992. And from what I understand, this is, like I said, this is from 1992, and this title ran for, I think, 8 issues. 8 is the highest number I was able to find. And yes, that's 13 something. And this is in the vein of Archie comics. Teen humor magazine, high school kids dating, wanting to date, stuff like that. And with some funny things happening. And I don't know much about the title, and I couldn't find anything on the publisher. This says comics ending in a CS, and the only Global Comics I could find ended in an X, and it was a comic shop. So I couldn't find anything about the publisher. And this was written by Don Oriolo and Rod Orenshaw, I think that's how you pronounce his name, and penciled by Dan Parent, who is an Archie comic artist. And I'll probably be taking a look at Dan Parent some other time. I probably should have this time, but he was and is, as far as I know, he's still been doing some stuff for Archie. Long running Archie artist. And since I have so little in background to show you, we'll just jump right into the pages of 13 something and go back to the days of high school romance. Okay, here you can see, get a better image of that, better view of that cover. 13 something. Number 1, fashion, romance, advice, school, friendship, surfing, clicks, dating, and fun. And a lovely redhead with this blonde-haired boy on the front. Now, one thing I do know, that the title 13 something is played off of 1980s very popular life drama from television called 30 something. And from what I understand, that was even used as a title in an animated series, and all of a sudden I can't think of what the animated series was. It wasn't the title of the series, it was the title of an episode. And now I don't remember what the series was. Oh well, doesn't matter. And it also seems to play a little bit towards Beverly Hills 90210, and which was a real popular show at the time that this comic was produced. And I saw in one of the listed on the cover of one of the later issues when I was looking up for reference, that they had on the cover Matthew Perry from 90210. I guess they had an interview with him in there, and yeah, and Matthew Perry, he just passed away. Was it last year or the year before last? I can't remember. He played Archie's father on Riverdale. So there's kind of a little twist in that. Take a look inside. Not much on the inside cover, just a ghost image of one of the kids' faces and the credits and the title. Come over here to the front page, splash panel, and this is Magic Golfland is the title of this story. As and kids are playing mini golf, and these are our main characters. I can't remember who's who. And the one girl, Brenda, is this platinum blonde here. Says, "Wow, I love this place. Golf is such a romantic sport." And the gals, these group of girls are all playing together, and they're choosing what colors of balls that they want want to play with. Oh, and the one where she's just gushing. Oh, and she's just gushing over this boy, Jason. Oh, it matches Jason's eyes. I want the green ball. Ooh. And the other girl, the redhead. I think I'm going to barf. And then Vicky, think fast. Yeah. Vicky is kind of the Veronica type. Real girly. Now they're, and here they're selecting. You can see Dan Parent. It's nice, very typical Archie style. Just a slight difference because they use a different type of nose on these kids than you usually see in Archie. But otherwise, the page layout and storytelling is pretty much the same. I don't know about the kinds of stories other than this issue. This is the only issue that I've got. And this gal, they introduced them later. I don't remember. I can't remember their names. She's terrible. Bing, bing, bing all over the place. And bouncing this one off a dinosaur. And then when they get to the girl Brenda, because she was last. Oh, the redhead, she's terrible. But get to the blonde, boom, she is perfect. Hole in one, boom. She's great. Oh my gosh, wow, beginner's luck? Or is it sour grapes? And she keeps having these magnificent ones. Here they have pages where they introduce the characters. Vicky, this gal here, with the hair and the bow. Yeah. And this is the boy Jason that the little blonde girl has a crush on. But she's fickle, I think. There she goes again and again, and she's just cleaning up, going through here. And then we're talking about boys, and here comes Jason. Oh, this is the boy she has a crush on. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, she likes him so much. You know, she plays stupid and has to get him to help her play mini golf. Oh, just all the hearts and ooey gooey teenager stuff. Now these kids seem to be a little bit younger, and even though the title is 13 something, they're in their teens. I would guesstimate 15, 16, somewhere in there. They seem to be just a tad bit younger than most of the Archie gang. It's kind of hard to tell. Could be about 16. And he's helping her, and Jason is helping her, and she's just loving it, and she's intentionally goofing up right and left and center, except get to this one ball, this last hole, and oh, if you get this last hole, we can get a free game. Said, oh my gosh! But unfortunately, yeah, because I don't have any more money. So this is when she gets 2 balls and to go boom, boom. That's perfect on these 2 shots. And so she wins 2 more games with Jason. And the other girl's like, oh, she's good. Yeah, she rigged that pretty well. The Attention artists want people to send in their drawings of characters from 90210. Here we have the redhead. No, this is the blonde Brenda. Here's the redhead Tiffany. That's her name. And then Michael. He's the cool kid. And they have a little interview here with this kid who was a 1992 Nintendo champion. Double splash page. On the beach at a lake, because they're in Ohio, Minnesota, somewhere. I've forgotten what it says where, but they're landlocked. But the one girl here, she's a real surfer girl, but she's never been to a real beach. And a cute little dog there. Here's more of the characters. Lana, she's the one. She is a surfer girl, and she loves the Beach Boys. But her dad, here's her dad and mother. He was a California surfer and bodybuilder. And then they moved to and a freelance cartoonist. And they moved to the Midwest somewhere. And their mother is a writer. She writes what is it? Worried about their work. Mentions it in here somewhere. I can't remember. I think she writes romance novels or something. Here's another character which I don't think we see it. Yeah, he appears later. Noble, and he's from California, and he is a surfer, and he's Tiffany's cousin, the redhead girl. So here's a Lana story. Brian Wilson is a genius, a poster, and here you can see the lyrics. Catch a wave and you're sitting on top of the world. Do do do. Beach Boys music, and she's pretending to surf on a surfboard on her bed. Oh, my wife has gone through a surfing phase, and like that. Although she has been to beaches, never with a surfboard, and she has a couple of surfboards that she bought online. We have them upstairs. And we did use them at a lake, because we're right in the middle of the continent, and went to a lake, and you just kind of use it to hang on to and splash around a little bit. And she tried standing up on it. Of course, there's not enough wave or anything to get going, and she kept falling off. It's funny, and that's kind of how I think of this girl. And Tiffany comes over to Lana's house, and brings her cousin who's visiting, her cousin Noble, and Lana's dad keeps quizzing her on Beach Boys tunes. So like what here it says, I Get Around, and she goes, May 1964, Capital 5175. The flip side is Don't Worry Baby. Great! Little Deuce Coupe. And he goes, what's a Deuce Coupe? And he says, what's a Deuce Coupe? Tiffany asks. And she says, oh, a Deuce Coupe is a 1932 Ford, silly. Deuce 32, I get it. And it's usually been made into a hot rod. I guess they were back big in the 50s and 60s. And here they are. They're going to go do something together, getting Lana's dad to drive them somewhere. And he has a Woody, an old-fashioned station wagon, Woody station wagon. My wife gets a kick out of those too. and talking about surfing, and it's just hanging 10. He said, no, it's a state of mind, a way of life. It's also bikinis, tight shorts on guys, twanging guitars, surfing muscle cars, surfing cute girls, okay, cute guys, sun surfing luau's. They're made for each other, and she is just gaga over this boy, and they're out at this place, and it's a dance. Dad's going to be back at such and such a time to pick them up, and they're just gaga over each other. Oh, it's so grotesque and funny. And they're made for each other. Ooh, and next, wheels, trucks, and elbow pads. Because now they're getting off onto it. Well, we can't surf here, but there's always skateboarding. So, and here it has something to talk about snowboarding, and then a brief mini interview with Jeff Brushy, who is, I think, was a surfing champion. I think so. I don't know. And then another story. This is the two girls, Brenda and Tiffany. It says positive, negative. Oh, and she just hates her. Brenda, she hates her. The pictures have come in from the school pictures, and she's terrified to look because she had a pimple the day they were taken. And she opens them up, and oh my gosh! I accidentally got to pick Tyler's pictures. Oh, he's so cute. What happened to Jason? She was gaga over Jason. Now she's gaga over Tyler. She's so fickle. And they say, well, need to call him up and let him know. I said, no, I'm afraid to call him up. So Tiffany calls. It's the boy's mom, and she quickly hangs up. So then they call back, but there's no answer, and they're goofing around on the answering machine. Says, no one's home right now, blah, blah. I said, I'll leave my name and number, but only if you promise to call me back. Yes, darling, you can call me on my yacht. Call my butler, and I'll make sure he gives you an appointment. And then they hang up, and they goofing around. They turned it into a funny little joke. And then here you can see when they call back the second time, you can see in the background out the window the kid running to a car with something in his hand. There on the last page. Oh, and they're just laughing. Someone comes to the door. It's Tyler. Said, hi, Brenda. Hi, Tiffany. And turns out that he accidentally got her pictures too by mistake. Oh my gosh. And now that's an excuse for them to hang out and do something together. Oh, it's kind of slick. Brenda is so fickle. She is so fickle. And then here they have Vicky's survey page. And you can buy some merch. And, 13-something novels. My gosh. I didn't know that. But that's about all. Then on the back is just some kind of ad for a video game, I think. Felix the Cat. And that is it. And that is our introduction. And my only experience with 13-something. I don't know if they got into more goofy stuff. It's just kids hanging out, hanging around, doing stuff together, laughing. If you're 13, it's probably fun. Overall, I don't care for it as much as Archie. But I think they're trying for a little bit more down-to-earth realism in this. And it's you have Dan Parent, Archie artist. So that's all I've got. Please like, share, subscribe. And if you know anybody who likes this kind of stuff, share it with them. And leave a comment. And remember, comics are art.